Alright, let's look at this face for a minute, okay? Let's just look at this face for a minute and alright, let me get this the way I want it. Okay. We've done just a little bit to the body here, not a whole lot. We just emphasized it a little bit. That's all we did. And made our cuts and our stuff in our just a little bit deeper than what they normally were. Give it more of a little bit of life to it. Now let's work on our face here. Now, I like the face, I do. But he asked me if I would, you know, kind of help him to work the face maybe a little bit more. And I'm going to show him how to do that. Number one, our faces are a lot like eggs, okay? And he's done good. He's done, but we as a person is new at carving, oftentimes what they do is they oftentimes let it, we don't get the face round enough perhaps. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to take and I'm going to bring this face down a little bit, okay? I'm going to bring this down just a little bit on both sides, all right? I'm going to take and I'm going to bring the face down, okay? I'm going to come over here. I'm going to bring this side down. Okay? And we're just going to emphasize, okay? Now, I'm going to go a little bit more. I'm just going to bring this face down from both sides. Okay? Just a little bit like that. Which means that I'll bring the face down in this area also. Okay? Now the nose, we're going to make it a little bit smaller. Okay? We're just going to make it a little bit smaller. So what I'm going to do is come from each side and just come up a little bit with the nose. And just straighten it out right here. Okay? Just kind of come down just like that. There we go. We're just going to kind of bring it up like this just a little bit. And we're going to bring this down a little bit. Bring this down a little bit on this side. Okay? And then we're going to kind of just remove this mouth just a little bit. Or remove, not remove, that's it. I'll just kind of remove it just a little bit. And I'm going to put him a new type of mouth on here, okay? Now, let me go ahead and cut this like this on the bottom side and cut a little bit like this on this side. Just bring that down just a little bit in there, okay? All right. Okay. Now, I'm going to move this head in just a little bit, okay? These cheeks are a little bit too big, so I'm going to move this, just kind of take a little bit off on each side. All right? Just like this. Now, I'm not trying to ruin his carving. I'm just trying to bring that in just a little bit. Okay? Just like that. Okay? Now what I'm going to do with this hair, the hair needs to come just a little bit forward. So from the ear, I'm going to kind of come up like this. And I'm going to come across here and come down here, okay? With this hair. What I did is I'm coming up from this basis of the head here. And I'm coming across where he has the eyes. And I'm going to make a cut right there. Okay? And I'm going to come from the inside. And I'm going to remove that right there. Okay? I'm going to come up from this side. And then I'm going to remove that from right there. I'm just going to bring that hair in a little bit, okay? Where the eyes won't be there, but the hair will be there as well. Which we have to kind of bring this down a little bit. I'm taking the eyes off with a hair, and then I'm going to bring this hair down right here so that I can get sort of even it up with the hair right here. Okay? All right. Now, I'm going to come up and swing around. Actually, I'm going to swing around, let's see, swing around from that point. I'm going to swing around to here and cut just a little bit of this off right here. Okay? Where the hair will join in with this other hair. Okay? I'm going to do this. And then join these two together. See that? Where the hair comes up, comes around over here, comes around here. Okay? Now if I want to, I can do one or two things. I can make a sideburn here, where I can come down around here and actually make this sideburn right here, which I'm going to do, okay? And put it in front of the ear. Okay? Now watch this. Cut it. Cut it like this, and then slowly remove this right here and this right here. Okay? See how that's done? I've actually made him a little sideburn here coming down from the hair. Alright? And we'll take that down just a little bit and come just a little bit like this, okay? I produced him a little sideburn in front of the ear here. Okay? And I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to come down and I'm going to cut a little sideburn from the hair right here. Cut. Cut. And I'm going to make him a little sideburn. Okay? See, there's a little sideburn here. Alright. Now, we want to cut back in this area here. We want to bring this back just a little bit here. Alright, I'm going to cut this here and just bring that back just a little bit right there so that the bottom part, see the face, begin to shape more even there and there. And I'm going to do the same over here. I'm going to make a cut here and bring this up like this. Alright. Now you see that? So I made a little sideburn where the ear is. And the hair coming across here and going down to here where the sideburn is. I'm just going to kind of make that ear stand out a little bit more. There we go. And this ear stand out a little bit more itself. And all I'm doing is making some deeper cuts to give it a more of an emphasis of what I'm talking about. All right? Now, let's go ahead and take this nose and let's cut it down just a little bit on both sides. There we go. And cut just a tiny bit off. There we go. Where the nose is more like that. We bring the face down just a little bit. And let's come up underneath here and just cut a little bit away where that chin sticks out a little bit more. Okay? Now, he's fine on his, okay, let me just shape that a little bit more. There we go. He's fine on his where he cut his, we can just make that a little bit deeper. Okay, I'm just going to cut that a little bit deeper, okay? Also, it brings out that nose a little bit further, in other words, as we do that, okay? Now, we can then take we can bring our mouth across here, like that, and we can cut our mouth across here just like that. Okay? Just like that, see? Now, if we want to kind of put a little cigar in his mouth or something, we can just kind of come to the edge over here and pick that up just like that, in other words. Okay? There we go. Now, I'm going to kind of just run the knife down here to kind of give that bottom chin a more of a look. And then I'm going to come here. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to come down here and I'm just going to come down with this cheek just a little bit more. All right? And then I'm going to come here and I'm going to choose my bottom lip right here. And I'm going to take that knife and I'm going to flip it and I'm going to see what I'm going to do. Just like this. Just going to flip it a little bit. Get that lower chin in there. See that? See that lower chin? Just like that. And it gives you a nice little lower lip right there. For the person. Oop. Now, let me cut this over just a little bit. Now, see that? Now, when we come here with our eyes, we're just going to take our knife and we're going to come up and down a little bit, okay? I'm just cutting up and down a little bit, and then I'm going to remove that right in there and right in there to begin with. Okay? And I'm going to do it over here. I'm just coming up and down a little bit. And I'm going to cut that V cut for both in there. Okay? Alright. Now this has got to come over just a little bit more. Down. Now, I'm going to come up underneath that eye, and I'm going to make a cut here. I'm going to make a cut here, and then go from the inside, not the outside, and make a cut there. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to come up and over and cut from the inside. Just like that. Then, I'm going to cut a little bit deeper in there. Then I'm going to come from the bottom part, I'm just going to cut across there and remove that piece in there. We've got our little eye right there. To make the eyelid. Just like that. And I'm going to do the same over here. I'm going to come up. And I'm going to cut the eye right there. Where it has a little bit of the eyelid. Just like that. Put the eye in here. And the eye here. Like that. Just like that. Okay. Now I'm going to bring this down just a little bit more. Over here. See, it's a matter of cuts. I'm going to do the same over here. And look at that. Now, bring this down just a little bit because it's always thinner. The bottom of the ear, the top, and bring this down just a little bit more. He did good on his ears. Okay. All right. Now, let me take my V-tool and I'm going to join the hair, and you're going to see how it's going to look, in other words. Okay? I'm going to take, and I'm going to do a little bit deeper cuts back here. I'm going to cut a little bit deeper. If you see this, I'm going to come out and make a little bit deeper cut with my V-tool. And I'm going to come here and I'm going to run this across here like this. Oh, I'm sorry. I got to make one other cut. This is the separating the hair over here. I'm sorry. When we come over here, I'm going to make a little cut that's going to separate the hair. Watch this. Cut down. Cut over, cut there, there we go, just like that. Where we kind of make the hair, there we go, there it is, see that? Now then, I can make the hair on the, come up like this. All right. And then I can sort of come to the top up here and sort of join this all together by using my V-tool. Go. And over here, now that's a little bit, I need to cut back just a little bit on this. There we go. Just a little bit on this. That's right. Well, it doesn't look like it's in the ear, in the ear, but just on the side of the ear. All right. There we go. And we come back here and we make our cuts, we make our V cuts just a little bit deeper is all. Just to kind of help it a little bit. Looks good all right as it is. Just a little bit more cut in here. And a little bit more cut in there. Just gives it a little bit. And we're just taking the V-tool and coming across here like this. Up like this. Where everything is looking good. All right. Now, there you go. Put the eyes in there. Bring the nose just a little bit thinner, just a little bit smaller. And look at that. Cut this just a little bit thinner. See, I'm bringing the face more to an egg shape than rather just a round shape. See? Just like that. Okay. I changed the face a little bit. I changed the face a lot. And what I meant is I brought it down. I brought it down to more of a, as we might say, thinner face, in other words. Don't be afraid. Practice this. Don't be afraid to bring that face down, okay? Don't be afraid to do it. When most people start carving, they're afraid to bring that face down anymore because they're afraid they'll ruin the face. But that's what you do. Now let me wet it. We'll go through the painting process. Show you what it's going to look like. But here is the piece. Okay? Here's the piece. All right? See, from that point on. Now if I want to put, I may put a little cigar in his mouth or whatever. But I got him a little tie on there. I just made some changes into the face and stuff. And so this is the piece as it's done. All right, well listen, I want to thank Ryan for sending me the carving. We're going to continue with the, and being brave enough to do it, and continuing with the, I'll probably drill a little hole in his mouth and make a little, I'll make it out of a dowel. Make a little cigar for him or something like that. But I just changed his face a little bit and his body just a little bit, and so we have basically the same type person but just a little bit different. Okay? All right. Okay. Thank you very much, and we'll paint the figure, okay? Okay, God bless now.